guys, let me just ask you a question before I get into what I want to talk about. How much money do you put aside every month to celebrate your wife? Is it in your budget? Now, this is a very practical thing, because if your wife is at the end of your bills, as a son-in-law of God, that's not the best place for your wife to be. Okay, it's like, I love Jesus. And so one of my first checks is to tithe. When I get a statement from a different company or something like that, I look at it and I write my tithe check. Okay? Now, how many of you have actually set in your budget, this is spend on my wife fund? Now, it's very practical, but I can tell you most men don't have a spend on wife fund. So I'm asking you to maybe do that and encourage, as you lead a group, other men to put aside so much a month to take their wives out, have fun, do stuff, buy them gifts, buy them a flower. And I'm not talking about birthday and anniversary. I'm talking about a stream of financial celebration, because it says, I love you. It's not about spending the money. It's about you thought of buying me a card. It's the fact that you thought of even having a fund for me to be able to be celebrated. You know, you're going to have funds for your kids. You're going to have funds for your dog. Have funds for your wife. So I want to talk about something that's also relatively easy to put together for you guys. Let's talk about dating. Now, I'm talking about dating your wife and having fun with her. I tell couples all the time that dating is much cheaper than therapy, but if you don't do one, you get to do the other. And listen to someone tell you that you need to take your wife on a date. True story. This was early in my counseling career, and a guy came in with his wife, and I do my normal assessment. And one of my first questions is, you know, how often do you date? And this guy looked at his wife, and it's a bad sign when you got to look at your wife to remember the last time you took her on a date. And then he asked this incredibly interesting question. Honey, how old is our oldest daughter? Well, first of all, the fact that he didn't know, that's scary, right? But the fact that that was the last time he took her on a date, I said, sir, I'm going to end the session right now. I'm not going to charge you. Now you have X amount of money to go take your wife on a date. And after you take her on a date, come back to my office, because I can't even work with you if you can't spend some time with your wife. He was shocked, but he did it. Okay. Now, nobody listening to me right now is that severe. Better not be. Okay. Now, women need time. Okay. That's how you stay lovers, is by committing time to each other. So let me give you a few guidelines for dating. And these are really important. Now, a date is 3 or 4 hours of fun. It can have a meal, but it should be more than a meal. So if all you do is eat, that's called eating. That's not called dating. Okay, dating is not Italian food. That's Italian food. A date is Italian food, and hey, let's go do this. Let's go here. Let me take you and let's do this together. Okay, let's go get a canoe. Go horseback riding. Have fun. Do something, play backgammon. Doesn't really matter what you do, just have fun. Play checkers, but do it outside of your home. Now, a date is not, and guys, this is really, really important. You stick to these guidelines, because guys sometimes like to be really efficient, and ladies, don't let them do this to you. Running errands. Do not run errands on your date. It is not a time to go to Walmart or Kentucky Fried Chicken or, you know, pick up something at Home Depot. It is not a running errand time. That's separate. Another guideline that's really important is to not talk about problems. If you're in business together, don't talk about your business. It's really important to keep this kind of a sacred, fun time where we talk about each other. Now, also, we don't go shopping unless both people agree. You can't drag her to a car show. She can't drag you to the mall unless you both agree. Now, it's also important that you rotate dating. And what I mean by rotating is each person gets to pick their date. Now, the reason we do this is because you can't make each other happy. So if I decide what's going to make you happy and then you are not happy, now we have two unhappy people and we're paying for that. That's not wisdom. So what you want to do is, okay, it's Joe's date. He decides where he wants to go, how he wants to have fun, and the wife is the guest. The next time it's Sue's date. She decides where she wants to go, how she wants to have fun, and he is the guest. It's really important that the person's creating the date is having fun and experiencing happiness, and you're living in their world of happiness. Now, let me say this. When you are the guest, you're the happy camper. Most of you who are dating have kids. If you have raised children, you will spend anywhere from 1 to 3 years of your life literally on bleachers, pews, and grass, watching your children do not so amazing things. So you know how to be a happy camper. So be a happy camper when it's the other person's date and go all out and have fun. Now, if you fall off dating, then set yourself a consequence. Make yourself accountable to another couple, or maybe send money to some group you don't like. But you want to keep, see, dating is one of those things that's a principle. God creates structure before life.
For more content and resources to help in your healing journey with Christ, make sure to follow Dr. Doug Weiss on Facebook and Instagram. If you'd like to share full episodes of this show with friends and family, subscribe to Healing Time Ministries on YouTube, and feel free to leave us a comment on any of Dr. Doug's social media platforms. Our team would love to hear your feedback and learn how Healing Time is impacting your life, your church, and your ministry.